Bitch, I'm wasted. Tell me that you love me, cause right now I'm feeling basic. Too much on my mind and I don't think that I can take it. Staring in the mirror when I smile, I feel the fakeness. And I hate it. Bitch, I'm wasted. Tell me that you love me, cause right now I'm feeling basic. Too much on my mind and I don't think that I can take it. Staring in the mirror when I smile, I feel the fakeness. And I hate it. Can I be honest? I'm looking for feelings, you know where to find them. My heart is so empty, I need a revive it. Switching in lanes while I'm driving in silence. I need drugs to feel okay. I need drugs to numb the pain. I just hate to speak my mind. They don't like that I'm insane. Smoking when I'm bothered and I'm feeling irritated. Been through way too much to give them, now I gotta make it. Just hate to feel alone, mentally unstable. Dealing with some trauma right now, let's just get Bitch, I'm wasted. Tell me that you love me, cause right now I'm feeling basic. Too much on my mind and I don't think that I can take it. Staring in the mirror when I smile, I feel the fakeness. And I hate it. Bitch, I'm wasted. Tell me that you love me, cause right now I'm feeling basic. Too much on my mind and I don't think that I can take it.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Y'all tuning in to Pop Austin Media. It's TJ the DJ. We got Yin and Yang in the building. Hey, what's good, y'all? How you feeling?
Feeling great. Thank y'all so much for having us too, for real. Y'all been putting on for the city, and so we just happy to be a part of it.
For sure. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's start from the beginning. Where are y'all originally from?
We're based out of Austin, Texas.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
based out of Austin. Yeah.
So what was y'all's childhood like?
My childhood was pretty easy for the most part. I grew up with both parents together. I have three older brothers. I have two older brothers and one younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the only girl, so I grew up pretty spoiled.
Nice.
But yeah, just the American Latin family, just trying to get through life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine was actually kind of like on the opposite side of it, so it's ironic, the yin and the yang. But like, for us, my parents actually weren't together. They were split up, and I was the oldest out of three, so I was not the spoiled one. So and life was a little bit different, but I was always showed love. I was always taught how to like be a man from my father and stuff like that. So it ended up working out good. So it wasn't bad. It was just different.
For sure.
Yeah.
So who's Yin and who's Yang?
I'm
Is that right?
Yin.
And I'm yang.
Okay, nice. We got to clarify all that.
Yeah, bro, you would be
right.
surprised that people always call us yin and yang or yin yang.
Yeah, we're not the yin yang twins. It's yin and yang. And yeah, she's always rocking the black, and I always wear all white. So
Nice. Yeah, I like that y'all keep the vibe.
Oh,
You
got to.
Yeah, of
Got to.
course, yeah.
So, in school, did y'all play any sports?
I did. I was forced to play sports. I never like messed with sports like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I played basketball. I ran track. What else? I played softball, and that's about it.
I actually did a lot of sports. Like I was in wrestling, I did football, I did track as well. But I was also like I did theater arts too, which kind of really helped a lot of my creativity as I got older into an artist for sure.
Yeah, nice. What high school did y'all go to?
I went to Hendrickson High School in Football.
Hendrickson?
Yeah, I went to like a little small town called Coppers Cove High School. So it's around like the clean area in the 254.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's small, but yeah, shout out to the dogs.
Right, shout them out. So what brought y'all together?
So we met on Instagram, and it was just, I found out he did music, and it was kind of like, after a few months, it was like, why not? You don't really see this.
Yeah, it was really divine, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, we actually, the first time we ever met in person was actually at a WWE SmackDown event at the Frank Irwin Center here in Austin, Texas. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I used to work at the Frank Irwin Center, so I got to be backstage. I got to see all of the wrestlers. I even talked to John Cena one time.
Nice.
But outside of that, though, it was actually a good outlet to be able to see, like, from the music perspective. I got to see a lot of the top artists. Like, I got to see Drake when he came and did the Summer 16 tour. I saw Ariana Grande. One night I was doing forklift, and I was in Kevin Hart's Instagram live. And I actually got to be From Me to You, but with Janet Jackson and J. Cole too. J. Cole was actually one of the realest ones. Shout out to Cole. He actually stays after the show. He chops it up with everybody. He helped break down the set and everything. It was just something nobody else does.
Yeah, that's genuine.
Yeah, it was
For
cool.
real. Yeah, not a lot of people do that.
Oh no.
So were you already doing music when y'all met?
No, not at all. I've always known I wanted to do music. It's just something that was like, I've been born with, something natural inside of me. And so like when I turned 20, a little bit before I met him, I was kind of like wondering like, when is it going to happen? Like, because I know I'm destined to do this, which is ironic because my real name is Destiny. And so when I found out he did music, I was like, yes, I've always wanted my husband to do music, like always. And so
Nice.
it was just a divine connection, like divine timing also.
And then I did music before we met. I had been doing music for many years, ever since high school, really. I performed all over Texas. So, yeah, I've been doing it for a while before I met her.
Nice. So what got you into music before, and then what got you into music?
Oh, I got into music because like I said, I've just always like wanted to do it. And also I've always been inspired by Selena. I've seen the movie like, I can't even tell you, girl. Like, I know line for line.
Facts.
And so, like, I remember being, like, really little and just seeing, like, her concerts and the movie and just being like, I want to do that. Like, and I was just so inspired by the whole, like, family dynamic of it. Like, she's on stage with her brother and her sister and even her husband at one point. And so, like, when I met him and we decided to do music, I was like, wow. It was so, like, touching to me because I'm like, I looked up to Selena for my whole life. And now I get to finally, like, do something similar. So it was pretty love.
Nice.
Yeah, and for me, it was more like music found me instead of me finding music. Like, this wasn't something I planned on doing all my life or anything like that. It was actually kind of just noticing other people. When I started doing music was right in around the time when the mumble rap vibe started. And when that started, not to knock anybody who does mumble rap or nothing like that, but that just wasn't how I was raised. Like, one of my biggest inspirations is Lil Wayne. So when it comes to writing music, you got to have effort, you got to have bars, you got to have clever, like, punchlines, like, stuff like that. So the mumble rap thing wasn't my vibe. And one thing that I realized was, like, I can do this, too. And I feel like I could do this better than, I ain't saying I'm the best, but it's like, I feel like I could be good at it. And my whole theater arts, like, background really helped me with my showmanship and my charisma and stuff like that. And this is just stuff that I was like, I can do that. And so when I tried it, and once I tried it, it just latched onto me like Venom kind of does. And it became a monster. Like, yeah.
Dope. Vibes. So how'd y'all decide on the name Yin and Yang?
It was kind of like a no-brainer. Like, if you were to try to get, like I used to tell Yin, I feel like Yin and Yang would have been a thing whether it was me and her or not, because it's something that easily just, as a creative, and you're coming up with that process of trying to come up with your brand name, and when you're trying to figure out your artist name and stuff like that, if you were a manager and you was managing a husband and a wife and you had to come up with like little names like peas in a pod or, you know what I'm saying? So whenever the Yin and Yang came out, it's like, oh, that's it right there. And then right then I knew it came with a color scheme, black and white. It was just too easy. Yeah, it just lined up perfect.
Sweet. Yeah, I like that. And I like that, yeah, that y'all wear the different colors. So you do always, has your favorite color always been like black and more darker?
I've always been attracted to black, but growing up, my mom was always like, no black nail polish, you know, Latina mom, like.
Facts.
But I always like would color my nails with Sharpie, and like, so my nails would always be black. But as I got older, I kind of took on like the black with like the gold, like, you know, accents and stuff like that. And so when we decided like Yin and Yang, I was like, that is so perfect. Like, my Avi on my Instagram was like a animated chola with like a black bandana on already with the gold hoops, and I was like, bruh.
And then that's when we finally, in that exact moment when we realized who was going to be which name and who was going to be what color, it was like, man, I'm screwed because I got to keep my clothes in some briefcase or something because I can't spill nothing before no interviews. Like, I got to have backups just in case.
Facts.
With all white, yeah, that's risky.
2 of everything.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's going to happen.
For real.
So how is it being a married couple in a duo?
It's different. I mean, being married, if you're married out there, like, you know, being married is like, it's hard. And being a music artist is hard. So you have to really like learn how to, and we're still learning it, don't get me wrong, how to separate the two, because it's real easy to like involve your marriage in with the music and with the marriage. Like, it's real easy. So you just got to remind yourself, like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm
and it's
separate.
like, it really is, you got to find a balance too.
Yeah.
For really is what it comes down to. You got to be able to remember that that we are still married and that we need to, you know, cherish our relationship and give growth and water the relationship. But we also have to remember we can't just focus on always being in love. We got to nurture and water. We got two plants, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what it's like doing both together. Because usually it would be like we're married and then she has her thing and I have my thing. And so we would do our own thing separately, but we're doing our things together. So there's no time outside of it or anything, so you gotta find a balance, really. And so it's been a journey. It's been fun. But yeah, I wouldn't change nothing for the world.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Nice. So how long have y'all been married?
Going on 2 years.
Yep.
now.
2 years?
December will be our
December
second
will be
anniversary.
And when did y'all become a duo?
When did we?
We put out our first song dead in the
2020.
middle of COVID quarantine. So it was October of 2020. That's when we first started. That's when Yin and Yang was born. We put out our first track. It was called Taken. So
Nice.
yeah.
Dope,
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
So how is it putting y'all's relationship out, like, for the world to see?
That, I'm glad. That's a good question. That we've done a lot of interviews and not everybody's asked like those deep, real ones like that. But it really comes down to, it comes down to depending on what kind of artist you want to be, especially for like the people or for yourself. Or do you want to be rich and famous, or do you want to be a positive influence, something that somebody's going to be? Because if we wanted to be rich and famous, we could have just done a bunch of freaky stuff, a bunch of toxic stuff, and we could have made a bunch of content about that, and everybody that's all into all that stuff would have flocked like they always do. But if you want to be a positive role model and try to be like an example for the next generation to show them what love like really looks like and what it really is, and to be real about it, you gotta focus on how you're perceived. You gotta focus on how you put things out. You gotta be careful about things. So that's how we are. We're a lot more strategic on how we perceive ourselves to the public. We're very private about our relationship and stuff like that. But we try to show people like what it really is like to be in love. You'll show the pain at times, but you'll show the fun and you'll show the love. And so we're also called like my favorite love story. So that's what we're all about, trying to show people the story unfolding.
Yeah, nice. I like that. The like gives you a little snap vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would snap, but my nose are like hella long. I'm like,
I feel that.
so is it hard juggling being musicians alone, you know, being an artist, and then being married and, you know, handling, you know, living the two lifestyles?
I would say it's pretty difficult. It's not for the weak. I would say that. Like me and Yang are really set in our foundation with God, and I really feel like if you're gonna do something like this, you gotta have God in the center.
It's a lot of outside forces that come into the mix and stuff like that, and we just gotta remind each other that we have something different, we have something rare, something that you don't see, and so we have to remind ourselves that it's not gonna be anything we could have expected. We have to clear our expectations and stuff like that, and just learn to grow with it, learn to be it. And like I said, it all comes down to what we want to be. Do we want to be the rich and famous, or do we want to be this? And this is what we want to be. So we're working on it. We're learning it every day, and we just can't wait to show the world, you know, what love is. Yeah.
I love it. So how do y'all deal with, you know, with being in the entertainment industry? You deal with a lot of people trying to flirt and get into y'all's relationship. So how do you deal with that?
I kind of just like let it roll off my shoulders. I don't think he's had to deal with it. I've had to, like, we performed, we opened up for the Pop 2000s tour in July. And right when we were, like, before we were going to start, we were, like, up on stage, and I heard this girl in the audience say, "Oh, they're such a cute couple. That's my future husband." I was like, "Girl, what? How you gonna say? How you gonna say we the cutest couple and now you want to take my man?" Like, girl. And then even after that, it was two guys trying to, like, hit on my man, like, in my face. But I kind of just, like, I don't really care about that, because I know, like, I'm going home to him at the end of the day. So
But it's definitely we just try to be the best way to, we're trying to be a positive influence. So there's, like, when they say you got to be the best person in the room and stuff like that, you got to know when to bite your tongue. You got to know when to get rowdy and when not to. So we really, for the most part, we're real just conservative about it. Like, if you really jump disrespectful, then, you know, then we'll have words and stuff like that. But outside of that, we're trying to show people how to do it the right way. Because that's what the media and that's what everybody expects. They want you to snap off and get all crazy when somebody look at you. And it's like, how are we ever going to get anywhere like that? So, it happens for sure, but we're prepared for this kind of stuff. We prayed over. Yeah.
Nice. That's nice. I like that. So what do y'all think about the Austin music scene?
I think hip hop should be more relevant than it is. If you feel what I'm saying, like there's hip hop here, and it is big if you know that side of Austin. But looking at it from the outside in, if you coming in Austin, you want to see you want to go see some music, you're gonna type in on Instagram or TikTok like Austin Live Music, and one of the first things you probably gonna see is a country
rock,
country rock, or like, you know what I'm saying, like
some bluegrass.
that type of stuff. And so I really think that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like the Austin scene definitely has a lot of talent, especially if you start looking at other cities. And I'm not trying to make this. We all Texans, you know what I'm saying? So don't start no beef online. But when it comes to like being a Texas artist, like there's artists from San Antonio, Dallas, Houston. Like you got all these different types of artists. And when it comes to hip hop, people still look and think of Texas hip hop as like the Screwed and Chopped, DJ Screw vibe, everything back in the day. And while that was an amazing foundation and a form of Texas music, that's not exactly just hip hop and of Texas. So my point is like when it comes to the Austin hip hop scene, I can't wait to see the city and the artists get more recognition that they deserve. That's why we appreciate, media outlets like y'all that are actually getting the real artists out there, making connections, being real with the city, because this is the kind of network that we need in Austin to get us to those other levels. Austin easily could be looked at as like some of the artists in LA, some of the artists in Miami, New York. Like we're Texas, everything's bigger in Texas, the artists, the bars, and everything else. So it's like the passion. So we got it. We just need a little bit more light on it. That's all.
Yeah.
Big facts. Agreed. So what's the studio vibe like? Do y'all like to record together, separate?
Oh yeah, we always record together.
It's pretty much just me and him in the studio and the producer. We work with Frosty. Love Frosty. Shout out Frosty.
Yeah, shout out to Frosty.
Sometimes I'll go in by myself or with him if I need some like pointers or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty much just me and him.
Yeah,
pretty chill vibes.
Yeah, we get some water. Maybe if you feeling a little loose, maybe a shot. You know what I'm saying, but nothing too crazy. We just try to be focused. We do hip hop, pop, and R&B. So a lot of our music isn't just like rapping. A lot of it is having to deal and hear melodies and stuff. So you gotta have a clear mind. You gotta be focused and stuff like that when we go in. So when we try to go in, we're trying to make some art. So we gotta be able to paint. You know what I'm saying? So
gotta be in the right mind.
Yeah,
Facts.
sure.
I see that. So I'm more than sure everyone's seen the whole Blueface and Chrisean Rock relationship drama. So what's y'all's take on that and those type of relationships?
I think I've been following that more than he has, but not really too much. But I would just say,
shake my head.
Shaking your head.
Yeah,
I mean, it's shaking my head at the fact that they put it out there like that, like fighting in the streets. Like, come on now, like. Let's be real. Like Blueface taking out a chunk of her hair. Like, come on now, you ain't gotta do her like that. No matter what, that's a female. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's wrong in so many ways.
Yeah, I mean they both got their faults. So
it's just us being advocates too, because like we do music, but we're trying to be advocates for the city for a lot of different things like suicide prevention, sexual assault. But another one of these things is domestic violence awareness. So when we see stuff like that, I'm rolling my eyes and it boils my blood a little bit, because that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to portray. Like we're trying to show people how to handle things truly. And then when I'm over here like, all right guys, like this is how you be in love, and you want to do this, you want to do that, and everybody's like, all right. And then they go see this story of this couple beating on each other and everything like that, and then it's all blown up and everybody
talking about
giving
it
all this spotlight to it and stuff like that, like it's so entertaining or something like that. And it just, people look at us and they're like, I thought you said that this was what love was. And it's like, well, this is what everybody seems to. And so it's ironic, we're actually making a song about that as we speak. It's like, we haven't picked a name for it yet, but it's basically like what America's version of love and what they think they want and stuff like that, and how it's really not what it is. And that's a prime example, is them right there, that you shouldn't do that stuff, period. You definitely shouldn't be doing that, putting it out there as if this is part of y'all's campaign for your next album. Like, the shit's embarrassing to people who are really in love.
Yeah.
So, shake my head.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Praying for him, though.
Yeah.
Facts. That's one of the things I was thinking, that I feel is like a publicity stunt.
A lot of it, you know how it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
yeah.
it plays a part in it, and it's just like, girl, I would have left. You got
You
like
see
on
how
both
many
sides.
views- You see how many views we got? Like that's how they. That's how I
Yeah.
imagine their conversation. Like,
Yeah,
you
you
see how many
get-
views we got on this post? Slap me again. Next time
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you. This time, like.
And that's gonna get us more views. We're gonna get more famous and stay relevant. Yeah, it's crazy and it's unhealthy.
Yep,
Yeah,
definitely. It's
facts.
very toxic.
I definitely like that y'all are promoting healthy relationships
Yes.
and just
Yeah.
good vibes because we need that.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
on some
we
real
do.
shit.
We got
I
you. We
believe
got
that.
you.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yin
Yeah.
Yang is in this thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So Halloween's coming up. Have y'all decided on what you're gonna be?
We don't really dress up for Halloween.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy
We
when people
haven't.
start talking about Halloween, I start thinking about Thanksgiving. You want to talk about scary?
It's true.
That's scary. You know what I'm saying? So me in front of the Thanksgiving plate now, that's the spooky stuff right there.
Man.
So yeah, I'll be focused on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the fall season.
I feel you. Yeah.
Dope. So do y'all have any up and coming projects coming out?
We actually are working. We have like 12 songs in the chamber right now, and we're actually planning on releasing a album project, whatever you want to call it. Planning a album release party. It's gonna be super live. I'll send y'all an invite.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all
It's gonna
definitely
be
got to come
hella
out and come
live.
cover. But yeah,
Thanks.
we're looking to do that towards the beginning of next year. We
Nice.
actually got some other stuff in place too. We just did a suicide awareness event for Suicide Awareness Month in September. And so we're going to be doing another one of those sometime soon because we feel like that's really a message that people need to hear more of. So we're going to be doing another one of those called Live Life. But we're also going to be doing sexual assault, like an event for that as well, for sexual assault awareness. So we're really trying to do something in the city that people can be proud of. That way, whenever we're going, worldwide, y'all can remember that, we held it down, we kept it real. So
Yeah.
Big facts.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Well, it was so dope having y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
for
know,
having
come
us.
through.
Yes.
You want to let everybody know where to find you on IG, Facebook, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good shit.
Everything she just said, you can find us on all of those and more. Yeah, we're gonna be on, like she said, Spotify, Apple Music, like Deezer, Amazon Music, all of the platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find us
Instagram
on
is
there.
at yin.yangmusic. Same as TikTok. Facebook is the same thing with 2 C's at the end.
Yep, 2 C's.
Spotify, Apple Music, Yin, and symbol Yang. That's it. Oh, and before we go, we brought you a present.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we don't have the merch yet, but we had to bring you a little something.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? It was pretty, didn't have time to stop to get a cute wrapping paper or whatever. But we brought you some Yin and Yang soaps. I use this. I wash my face. It makes my skin feel so soft. It smells
Nice,
really
thanks.
good. You're welcome. Hope
I
you
like
enjoy it.
I like literally just got into like natural. I first got my
Really?
natural bar of soap.
Yeah,
so this
these
is
are
perfect.
natural.
Yeah, now you
Yes.
can scrub with love.
Yeah. They're little hearts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I love it.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming out. It's been a vibe. Make sure y'all
thank you so
tune
much.
in.
Yes, thank you so
Pop
much.
Austin
for
Media,
having
shout out to
in.
y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. It's Yin and Yang, we in this thing. We'll be seeing y'all next year, South by Southwest. We're excited about that. We'll be performing this December at Loud Fest in Houston. So we're excited about that as well. It's actually gonna be in Katy, but Loud Music from Houston is putting it on. So we're excited for that. And y'all just keep following your favorite love story. Keep seeing everything unfold, and we're gonna keep putting it on for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hey, make sure y'all follow at Yin and Yang. Hey. We'll see you next time at Pop Austin Media. See ya.
Deuces.